never walk this road, then you can talk shit. Dealing with my life, but I ain't gonna go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. About to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. What's up, Fleece?
How you doing, brother?
Doing good,
Big
man.
brother.
Appreciate it, man. Doing good, man. Man, I want to talk about DJ Akademiks right now because, you know, I'm not on here trying to destroy nobody, but I think it does need to be talked about. It was the audio going. He was streaming on, I think, Twitch, and there was a 15-year-old kid on there and another guy. And Akademiks said some stuff that they say is weird, and I would say is just irresponsible and just wrong. He shouldn't have never talked to a 15-year-old kid the way he did. And I'm not gonna play the audio. You can go find that somewhere else. I'm not gonna even play it on here. But you know, it's disappointing that you got these huge rich people, and you know, they say once you get money, that your personality and your character is magnified. You start to do stuff that you maybe always thought about, or you start trying new stuff. So he told a kid that, you know, he should be having sex, and the kid kept telling him he was 15 years old. You know, nah, I'm 15 years old, you know, and even the kid said he sounded weird. And then on top of that, he said, okay, I'll send some strippers to your house. Now he want to send grown women to a 15-year-old kid, which I understand in the hood, you know, the older guys might kind of tease the younger guys for not being intertwined in sexual activity. I've heard it when I was young, I get it. But then, to me, what was really horrible, he says he wants to push the kid towards homosexual activity. And to me, that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Even though it was disappointing from the gate, that part right there is when I went from, man, you know, it was unnecessary. Yeah, it was weird. And then it went to, dude, what are you doing? There's no way. You talk to my 15-year-old child like that, I mean, I can only imagine what his parents are going through right now dealing with that. But the 15-year-old kid held his own. He was prepared for that conversation, it sounded like to me. And he did a good job deflecting and getting out of it. And I believe he even went on his own platform and told other young kids, you know, what to look out for, to tell their parents, and how to kind of navigate themselves through that horrible situation. That was a horrible situation. I wasn't a big DJ Akademiks fan anyway, but I'm really never going on his forum. But you know, what gets me is, and I'm gonna let you go after this, Fleece, but what gets me is people want to criticize you for the stuff you did in prison. Now understand what I just said. They want to criticize you for the stuff you did in prison. They want to criticize a criminal for what he did in prison, whatever that was, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not saying people should be treated just horribly bad in prison, but what I'm saying is if somebody does something to young people or old people or just unnecessary murders and they go to prison, to be completely honest, I hate to say it like this, I really don't care. I'm not really thinking about what happens to you in prison after you done did it to a child out here in the free world. So I'm not, you know, that's not going to be my intention, is to really even worry about that. But for somebody with money and power and a big platform like he has to even talk to a child like that is like I said, it's horrible. And what's your opinion about it, Fleece, about DJ Akademiks?
I want all the platforms to know we in agreement. I mean, that's where we all connect. Any platform out there that done did a research and found out that this DJ Akademiks is guilty of what he's accused of. We done seen the footages. We done heard the conversation. We know. And so the first person that heard it, other platforms heard it. We heard it down here in Kentucky. And we in agreement. He's crap. Slash him, man. You know, we ain't got no rap. We in agreement with the platform that first heard it. You know, that's our opinion. We condone it. We against it. We know he was wrong.
We don't condone it.
I mean, we don't. I mean, we against it. Put it like that.
Yeah.
I don't know fancy words, but I know that that stuff we don't stand. Yeah, we don't stand for that. I mean, them kids got parents, right? That'll teach them sexual education. And go to their parents, right? Or their grandparents or somebody. Who are you to sit there and try to discuss sexuality? What was on your mind out of all the things you can discuss? Right there to a child. You know, how you doing? You in school? What grade you in? How you doing in your, you know, stuff like that. You on some type of sports team? You a football player? You know, you can discuss that with kids. How you doing in school? But when you sit there and your mind go to sex, and then the kid try to check you, hey, I'm only 15. Letting you know, man, that, you know, what you trying to discuss, you discussing it with somebody too young for you to discuss that with.
The 15-year-old had more sense than he
had.
had.
The 15-year-old is trying to check him. I'm only 15. It means, man, back up, man. I'm too young to hear this shit. But he pressed on, and then when he took it from to the homosexual thing, see, that right there, whatever spirit he got in him, see them spirits, I seen them in penitentiary. You got people walk around for years, man, act like they got sense. You know, greeting you, everybody proper. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm all right, man. How your mama and them? Oh, everybody doing good, man. I'm going to call and tell him you answer. And then one day you walk up and catch him sucking a dick. I mean, sucking a ding-a-ling. Sorry about the actual word. But, in this academic, he tried, and worst of all, I can see if he had made a mistake, right? And said, came on the earth and say, I want everybody to know that I seen the footage myself. And yeah, I was out of place. You know, I was wrong, and at the time, you know, I know what it looks like, but it ain't what it is. But now, when I stand, you know, if he had even went there, it would have been an explanation, kind of, you know, something, right? Pointing in, let's give him a break, right? But when you sit up there and try to deny deny that it wasn't, that you trying to help this man. You know, you try to deny what is common sense, man. You busted, man. You thought that child is going to conceal that. You thought all this stuff going to be done in secret. That you talk to this child, and then you can walk away and still get on the air and talk all that gangster talk and stuff. You might be a gangster, you're fed. Put it like that. And that's coming from me, man. I ain't seen all that old rap. You know, And I want all broadcasters to know, man, that, you know, you got to denounce this man. You know, we don't stand for what that stuff. No. We don't stand for that. But,
Fleece, I know we talk about stuff that happens in prison, and you did all that time, and some of the stuff we don't put on camera, but we talk about. But I think this other situation, a story that you told me, it's a pretty vicious story, and it was something you seen. So go ahead and tell us about that story.
there's a lot of things I don't talk about because you can still be prosecuted for it. So I'm like, when I talk, I don't want to make myself look like a killer, which...
Oh, you don't want to necessarily tell on other people.
Right. And, but everybody that been seeing my videos on TV, when they see me, I see people that know me, they say, hey, he's holding a whole lot back.
Yeah.
He was vicious. He was a beast in her. Why ain't he talking about that? Well, I ain't talked about it because I'm on the streets. You know, a lot of things I didn't get caught for. But I'm going to tell you about something that happened one time.
That you seen?
Yes. Well, I was on the walk in the hole. And they bring this guy in from a prison in another state. We heard he was a killer. And they transferred him from that state to our prison in a prison exchange because they couldn't deal with it. Now, I ain't stupid. You know, in all the years I spent in prison, I learned the operation of the system. It don't make sense to me to take a killer from one prison, send him to another one, saying you can't control it. We gonna prison exchange. Send us one of yours. Now, common sense will tell you that I'm not going to send you death. Now, if we exchange prisoners, I'm going to send you one that, you know, he just need to get out of this prison because maybe he's a high-profile case. Maybe all the inmates want to kill him. Maybe he's a wreck. But it ain't going to never be because he's tough. So I wasn't buying this. That dude that came in is no terrorist, man. He killed 6 people in the prison he was in. Oh, crap. So he was white. And so I was listening to the white guys talk to him. And he was building it up.
Hey,
Then he cut them off.
fellas, we'll talk tomorrow.
Everybody got quiet. Next day they come out on the wall and they talk. This went on for about 2 weeks. Next thing you know, don't nobody even know this dude. But these white dudes, man, they are following him like he's a Messiah. Or like he's Jesus or somebody. They'll do anything for him. And ain't seen him do nothing. So, he said one day, I heard him. He said, brothers,
do we have any monkeys on the walk? Now, I know what that means, right? You know, try to call me a nigger or something like that. I said, all right.
Was you the only
Yeah,
black?
I was the only black on that walk. And so they said, we got he said, that's a monkey. What is he doing on this walk? All that stuff. And I ain't saying nothing, right? I said, okay. I'm not going to play with him. So, I came out and told this cage operator what I was going to do. The cage operator took a break. And when he came out, somebody got his mouth, and that's where they found him. And he died. You see? He died. So, they never found out who did it. Questioned everybody. Took everybody out the wall. Who did it? Who did it? Nobody said nothing.
So nobody liked him. Or you just don't get into that?
I'm saying this, I've been in situations in prison, you gotta step your game up in her. I done seen too many people get stabbed, get their throat cut, all of that. You know, you take people at their word, and you don't let nothing slide.
If somebody said they're gonna do something,
man, if it comes out of your mouth that you make a threat, you're gonna be forced to back it up. If you can't back it up, you're gonna get harmed, seriously. So, I'm in a prison, man. They crazy, man. Now, I done seen people rub duty on themselves, eat duty, buy sperm, buy dirty socks. I done seen people do some of the most bizarre stuff. You can just, people were unbelievable. And when it comes to killings, I done seen them take spiders, poison spiders, and bust that thing on the back of it and mix it up in some chili and kill people. They said in a encyclopedia that they don't have black widows in the state of Kentucky. That's a lie. In that prison, if you get caught with one, they gonna charge you like you got caught with a weapon. And because inmates was doing it.
they was taking black widows, busting them open.
Man, they got some spiders in there, them what they call them they got some spiders down there that will bite you and it just eat away all your flesh. And inmates catch them.
Oh yeah, I forget the name of them spiders. I know what you're talking about.
They catch them.
Brown recluse.
Yeah, brown recluse. They got plenty of them. But they got some with some big old pulses on their back. Because I remember one day, there was a black woman that came to the prison and she tried to shut down all our stuff. I think I talked about that one. And I had this guy put some spiders on the top of her head, big nasty ones. I tried to get him to bite them. But one of them crawled down and she knocked it off, but she knew I had it done. And the next day, she brought me some food from home and started bringing me what I wanted. But anyway, the point is, prison is a vicious place. It's like putting you in a gladiator arena where they got all these means around. Everybody want to test each other's fighting skills and see who's the toughest, and the weakest get his butt taken. You know, by the strongest. Can you feel that? Now listen to what I just told you. The weakest get his butt taken by the strongest. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I guess.
Yeah, because when you want to know who's doing all the butt taking in the prison, I just told you, the strongest. The weak can't take the butt, they butt. Got to be somebody stronger than them that is doing it. So who's these strong people? See, I just unfold a secret. The strong ones, the one that is stronger than everybody else, the tough guys, the knockout artists, the weightlifters, the power lifters, the professional boxers and killers, the strongest. Don't they consider themselves the strongest? So, if people say a booty is being taken in prison, who is taking it? Got to be somebody stronger than the person who's giving it up. The strong takes the booty of the weak. The strong. So who's the strong? You see what I'm saying? So that right there tells all them little secrets. Little hidden secrets. People going to prison. Ain't nobody weak is going to be able to take somebody's booty. Because he's weak himself. The strong is taking the butt of the weak. The strong. So who's the strong?
So the guy that's been on the weight path for 20 years.
Who's the strong? It can't be the weak doing it. Who's the strong that is doing it? So, you know, when these people come out of prison, what would you like in prison? I mean, I was strong in there, man. You were? Yeah. Asking about, I was one of the strong. Man, there's a whole lot of people don't know because they don't know. But I tell you what, there's a lot of people I've seen in my city when they see the stuff I talk about. These is people that been in prison with me. They say, man, I ain't seen nothing, man, you was a monster in there. Fleece, you was a monster. You was a beast. Man, I saw you do this, saw you do that. All I saw you do was this and that, this and that, this and that. They don't understand, man, that I was so tough and so strong that even in my weakness, I was stronger than them. My weakest state.
So you just explained you was one of the strong ones.
Yeah.
So you heard what you said?
Yeah,
the strong,
yes, I did.
What you said the strong ones do to the weak?
Yes, I did. I said that. I'm just saying that what I said come out of my mouth, it comes out. You know.
But you didn't take.
Huh?
You didn't have to take.
Look, man. You got a lot of strong when I don't take nothing. And the strong gets booty in more ways than physically taking booty. When I say strong, they strong in other areas besides physical, mental. And it's a lot of this mental and that gets people. You got people that is afraid of the monster and they ain't even seen the monster.
Now, what does that mean?
I mean, like, you fear people, they probably will fear you.
So off your reputation, somebody might already be scared of you.
Yeah. I had people scared to death of me, not even met me. I heard people talk about how many fights I done won and how many people I done just ripped apart and never seen me fight. But I heard them telling other people about me as if they stood there and witnessed me in battle.
That's what they said. When you do something in jail, it goes through all the prisons and everybody hears about it.
I say this, man. I fought. Let's put it like it. I fought. And fought alone, won my battles. So,
It look like when you talk about stuff like that, it still messes with you, though. I can see it in your eyes.
now what gets me is that I made a complete turnaround when I hit the streets. You know, my mama died when I was locked up. She said, promise me that you done. I said, Mama, I can't do it. I said, what if I ever get out and somebody this and that, or I can't get a job? Or she said, I'm on my deathbed. You can't promise that to me? I gave her my word. I'm done with stealing, violence, being mean, treacherous. When you talk about a gangster, I was more than that. Anything I ever been, I was loyal to. And I abated all the codes when I was at. And I exceeded anybody above me. So I was a real G gangster. But when I gave that word to my mama, I stuck to it. And when I come out here in society, imagine. All these mental patients out here, all the times that I had to walk away from people, when I'm not used to people saying nothing to me and walking away from it and let them stand. I would have wiped them out, man. But now I'm sitting out here, I'm taking criticisms every now and then over the internet. Other little things that in my past I wouldn't overlook. I done went to war. But I gave up that lifestyle. You know, so when I get on the internet, when I talk, if I was to tell you truthfully how tough I am, how tough I used to be, if I was to tell you actually, truthfully, hey, you probably be scared to close your eyes at night. Seriously.
Make sure you like and subscribe. We appreciate y'all watching it. Later.
Yeah.
All right, Fleece, on a lighter note, we got that out of the way. We've talked about you being comical at times. You think you're funny. A few people think you're funny. I think about 2 people in the comments thought you was funny. I think you're funny sometimes. But we're going to do something different today. We're going to let you do whatever you want to with those different voices that you always talk about. And we're going to see if you bomb in front of the crowd, if they throw tomatoes at you, or what happens. We're not going to edit this. If you bomb, you bomb. We still going to put the video out. They're going to say, look, Fleece really ain't all that funny. If you're not, they going to say, yeah, Fleece is funny. So we're going to let you do your thing. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I don't try to be funny. I try to be straight up with people. Now I told one community what I was going to do for them. I'm representing. So I took it to heart. So I decided to create my own group. Gay Male Anonymous.
GMA.
Yeah, GMA. It's like Alcohol Anonymous. You know, for people that got addictions. And this right here is, what word can I use? Dingling?
Dingling, I guess, yeah.
Dingling sucking.
Yeah.
It's
blowjob work. You use
yeah,
that
the
too.
blowjobbers. The ones that got insatiable taste to give blowjobs. They just wake up. They don't want coffee. They want to give somebody a blowjob. They want that taste. You know, so they run around with this illness that everybody's looking at as ain't nothing wrong with it. Well, if ain't nothing wrong with it, why ain't you doing it? Or maybe you are. So, I decided to create GMA for the people that got this addiction. And so, tonight, we got some members in, and they gonna do the thing, and I already told them. You don't use your full name. People don't need to know who you are. Everything is confidential. You know, you got dingling rights, sucking rights, and all that. I can't say the actual words, the DI. So, you got the ding-dong rights. And so, let's get on with it. Bring out the first member. And you know we got a charter and all that. And when the meeting is over, call 1-800-HELP ME. That's stop me. Put it like that, stop me. And so let's get to our first member. Big old guy. And are you ready, sir? Number 2.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Can you talk up, sir?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. Well, you know the charter, and you can use your first name. You don't have to use your last, or you can use your last. Just don't use birth. Okay. Begin.
Hello, my name is Bill. I suck dicks. Oh, I mean, hold on. Let's start it over. It came. I'm sorry.
There's no edits.
Okay. Order. Everybody be seated. Oh. Okay, Bill. You can start it off. Hello. My name is Bill. I suck dinglings.
All right, Bill. Good. You mind telling us how long you been sucking dinglings?
I've been sucking dinglings for 36 years.
Okay. Now I want you to know that you joined the right program, Bill, because what brings you to GMA?
Well, even though I'm married, got 5 kids, even though we got hot dogs to eat, hamburgers, and lunch meat, I want to eat dinklings. And I think I done got bad.
What makes you think you done got bad, Bill?
Well, I'm eating them things all over the city.
All over the city?
Yeah. I come home with money, ain't got money for groceries no more. I'm buying dinglings. I know I got sickness, so I want to find help.
Okay, well, I tell you what. We're gonna help you, Bill. We got some new throat licenses. Some what? We call them ding-dong licenses.
What is that?
Well, it's like a chewable. Got a real foul taste. When you chew on it, it's a foul taste when you chew on it. It'll make you think twice before you put something in your mouth. I tell you what. Next person. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for...
Thank you.
Who's next? Who's next? Me. Me who? James. All right, James. Sailor Charlie. Hello, my name's James. I suck ding-dongs. Oh, okay. What brings you to GMA, James? Well, I got it real bad. I sucked the boy's ding-dong at a skate range. Then, my sister's boyfriend, I sucked him in a closet. And my mama's boyfriend, I got him in the kitchen, under the sink. Under the sink. Yeah. I act like I was fixing something under the sink. He was standing up and I was sucking him. So, did you get caught or something? Sure did. So, you come to GMA for help.
Yeah, I wish you can help me. Okay. Oh, we got a special thing for you, James. Well, the last guy, you know, we gave him a throat, ding-dong lozenges, you know, but we think you need something a little more advanced than that, because you ever heard of a dong muzzle? No, it can't sound hell. Well, a ding-dong muzzle is like a muzzle like you put over a dog's mouth to stop a dog from biting you. Well, they got one that you put on over your face and it'll stop you from sucking. So you only take it off when you know, get ready to eat. You know, yeah. So we gonna scrap it for you. You can sit on down. Whew. Boy, I want all the members out here to know this is a new group. It appears that it's helping people that got hangovers or sucking ding-dongs, and people that can't quit. You know, so I'm trying to provide an opportunity for everybody that got that in them to know that they can come to me, call, dial 1-800-STOP-ME. That's what we trying to do, stop all of this. You know, there's too much of this going on right now. You know, men's coming home drained. Wives wondering, where is it? Who got it? Thinking some other girl got it? Wait a minute, I think we got a new person just come in. A new member. Hello, sir. Could you talk up? I mean, it seems like everybody that comes to this group have a problem talking up, like you afraid somebody gonna recognize your voice. Don't be afraid, sir. Don't be afraid, because your identity is confidential. It's confidential in her. So, what's your name?
They call me Roscoe.
Who?
Roscoe.
Roscoe, you read your charter?
Yes, I read it.
Let's hear it.
Hello. My name is Roscoe, and I suck ding-dongs.
Well, how long you been doing that, Roscoe?
Ever since I was a child.
Well, how did it happen? You mind telling us about it?
Well, yes. I was on a football team.
As a kid?
Well, yes. We played touch.
Seemed like y'all did a lot of touching, didn't you?
Well, more than expected.
So what happened?
Well, I remember running the ball.
The football, his balls.
The football.
Okay. I got hit. You got hit.
Yes, I got hit. I'm laying on the ground, and this guy jumped on top of me, and he started hunching. So he let me up. One thing led to another. He caught me in the shower. He walked up on me, and he stuck it in my mouth.
So how you feel about that?
Well, I was thirsty, so, you know, I had something to drink.
So go on.
Well, throughout the years, that's all I want. I got married. I've been married 2 times. And on all my wives, you know, I sucked them things.
So, why'd you come to GMA?
Well, I come for help. I want to stop. But I can't stop.
Why can't you?
I love sucking.
Okay. Well, we're going to prescribe you, let me see what I can prescribe you. We're going to prescribe you a ding-dong resistant spray.
What is that?
Well, it's a spray that when you feel the urge, like you want to suck somebody, just stick your tongue out and spray that stuff on your tongue.
But what is it?
Believe me, when you spray it on her, cut. That's enough. Well, I hope y'all enjoy the show. This is just a debut of it. It's not the full episode yet, and we will be back with more memos and stuff in the future. But right now, I want to see if you liked it. And if you did, I'll provide you with some more better characters and stuff. What do you think?
So recently we heard about another disappointing thing with our rappers. I think it was Snoop, Nelly, Rick Ross, and Soulja Boy, I believe. They performed for Donald Trump. I think Snoop said something in 2016 calling people out if they did it, and then he turned around and did it. What you think about that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Man, I came from the ghetto, and I know what a cutthroat is, right? You know, there's nothing worse in the hood than a cutthroat. There's nothing worse in a race, an organization, than a cutthroat. People in organized crime don't like cutthroats. Godfathers, drug lords don't like cutthroats. The government, the CIA, don't like nobody in their organization to be a cutthroat, a sellout. Nobody in no gang, Crip, Blood, Gangs and Disciples, any other gangs out there, they don't want no members in their gang to be a cutthroat. Nobody in the hood like cutthroats. Nobody in race, our religion, not even in the Bible. A cutthroat, man, is one of the worst. Now, okay, everybody, we stand by this belief that everybody has the right to their own opinion and beliefs. Now, that's what we stand by, the truth, right? Now, I'm not going to get out there and say a lot of stuff about Donald Trump, follow the masses, talk bad about him, and then call out anybody that if he do win, if anybody dance at his inauguration,
I perform,
they'll jiggle or something foul. And then when the man do win, I switch up and go perform for him. That's a cutthroat. That shows the real character of a person, man. That shows your real values, your real principles, who you really are on the inside. He's one of them type of, man, I always say he was the type, like they had his type back in slavery. I could run. I could run, get away. And that white man could come up to one of them blacks like him, go get him. He'll run all day and night until he catch up to me. He'll refuse water, everything. Run up on me, talking about I'm gonna take you back. He'll tell on me. See, there's no way you can get around that. And he's now coming off with, he did it out of love or something. We ain't got enough love in us. Look, man, we stand by one thing, man, that good don't vote for evil. That's one of the main principles. People stand by it. Good don't side with evil. Period. When you don't know what side you on, man, when you sit there with all that money, fame and fortune, and there's no telling what you did to get it, or who you sold out to get it, or who you portrayed to get it, or had set up to get it, or to keep it. See, now all that come into people's minds. But one thing we don't go by, you know, that crap there. We go by facts. The facts is what you just did. You know, ain't no, you did it plain as day. And you expect people to follow you, to see you as real, double OG, double OG. Double O, no good. Hey, that was some foul stuff. I mean, us down here in Kentucky, we want all broadcasters to know down here in our state, yeah, we see him as what he is, man. He's a cutthroat, sellout artist, Uncle Tom, no good, ain't for blacks. He's, what the Bible says, a merchandise. The Bible spoke of a time where people would make merchandises out of other people, like they would just be like a can of chili, a ramen noodle. This man here, it got so much whitish, fake, phony, hypocritical. He ain't got no values no more. He ain't really, the things he write about and talk about is not even him. It's a fantasy of wishing he was like that. That's what all that talking about, double OG. He wish he was a double OG. So he's writing a fantasy. All his raps is about fantasies that he wish was his. He wish he was that person. And people get confused because when they hear it, they think he is who he write about. He write about who he wish he could be. Because we see now, he's not none of that. You know, you're a sellout, you no good, and the whole state, my state, see you at that. I don't know about the other state. I mean, y'all need to start connecting on these people like these phonies, these fakes. Everybody needs to show a connection, man. You know, we connected. We connected to y'all. And when one person stand up and shows that, hey, we're gonna show, we're gonna connect on it. So that's what I think about it. And
There's nothing he could tell me. I knew he was fake in the beginning. Shoot, man, what was it last year? I called him out. All of them. Everybody I called out, look how it turned out. I did not lie about him. Yeah, Mr. Double OG. Yeah, turned out to be a sellout.
Things we'll do for money.
Yeah, things, no, not only for money, but, you know, you had slaves like they spoke of in the Bible when they came out of Egypt, wanted to go back. They wanted to go back. And, yeah, they wanted to go back. You got, even though you got some people in this world that just want to be led, that feel that they was born to serve as a slave, to idolize others, you know, as superior above. He actually sees white people as superior above blacks, above everybody. That's what Mr. Snoop W.O.G. When Donald Trump won, I'm waiting on people that ran their mouth to see what they gonna say now. Scared to death. Heard somebody here, Mr. Snoop. I don't know how somebody got to him, but he made a complete turnaround, and he thought that he actually think that people are so weak mentally that he can stand up and say anything he wants. He can betray his whole race and then walk down the street and everybody gonna respect him like they have always. No, man. Not here in my state, brother. No, we don't play that. And ship jumping, hatchet head. That's what we call it down here. Yeah, Uncle Tom Hanchin head. Yeah, two-faced, backstabbing. We don't do that here, buddy. You know, them is hard principles, man. And anybody in that music industry, I'm telling you how they do it. Now, everybody that was once ride with him, let's see what they know what he said. This is just like looking at a Trump rally, where you see the wrong he done, and now you gotta vote. Are you still with him? Not me. I ain't that weak. And I'm glad I don't have none of your CDs, because I'd turn them up. I would. All of them. For real. That's not acceptable, man. You know, you somebody, you got kids and everything, we're looking up to you, man. We don't want our kids to look up to somebody that is a cutthroat, bro. No good, backstabber. His word ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. You rich, but what's that?
It almost seems like it almost seems like this happens to the people that lead the culture. Like they get the main, who they feel like have the most influence, and they turn them, you know. And they meaning people with power and money. They turn them every time.
And now I'm beginning to wonder why I see on YouTube 10 countries that don't want black people in their country. You know, and I went through that list, man. And when I sit back and think about it, it's blacks like him, Snoop Dogg,
I wouldn't want nobody like that in my country, man. Somebody that is like that. You come in the country, come bring some values, uplift the spirit of the people. You know, talk truth to my people. Somebody like him, not allowed. Not allowed, buddy. No, don't come in my country teaching that backwards, backstabbing, half slave mentality crap. And then he gonna try to defend it. That's what kills me. How you gonna defend wrong? How you gonna defend wrong?
You can't.
You know, he could have said something like, I know what everybody's thinking, you're right. I would have thought the same if somebody would have spoke against this man, against performing for him and then perform, how I would look at it. And then, but here's why I did it. And tell the truth about it. But now he can't do that. He know he was wrong, man. He know, and this, you believe, you know, it ain't the point that he went there, you know, he had the right to perform for whoever, but he said whoever did it is a jigaboo.
Yeah, he said in 2016, yeah.
And he did it. He spoke of himself, right? Should we not hold him to his word? That he's a jigaboo? That's what he said. So I'm going to say this to you, Snoop. You was wrong, man. And down here in my state, yeah, we see you as a sellout, backstabber, no good. Nobody to, you ain't famous down there. Have a nice day.